vlogging for the day, which is horrendous. I think it's like, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock in the evening. I have had such a just nothing day though. I ended up going out last night because I was home from uni and one of my best friends wanted to see me, so we ended up going out and we didn't get into like 10 to 5, and so I slept all day. And then I just went around my grandparents and had some time with them because I haven't seen them, and it was my granddad's birthday and I wanted some time before there's like a family do tomorrow. So yeah, I think I am going to not really vlog today, but I think I'm going to make him a birthday cake, so I thought I would film a bit of that for you guys. I say I'm going to bake, but I'm actually hoping that I actually have all the stuff, because obviously I haven't been living here for the past like 3 months, so I have loads of baking stuff at my flat, but I'm not sure if my parents have any baking stuff here, so I need to actually check. If not, I might be taking a trip to, oh, it's right here, taking a trip to Tesco's quickly, because I think I'm just going to bake the cake tonight, and then leave it to like cool and do the decoration tomorrow. So I'll cut it and stuff today because I've got to cut it in the shape of a football shirt, like the Christmas tree. So I've got to cut it in the shape of a shirt. So I think I'll just do that today. I'll just bake it, and then I'm just gonna watch a movie or something and have a glass of wine probably and just chill out. But I need to actually check that we've actually got baking things. So thankfully I actually have everything for the recipe. However, I'm changing it up a little bit, so I thought it'd be interesting to film this one for you guys. Can you hear the Christmas music in the background? So I've got my cake spread, which is here as normal, my eggs, basic self-raising flour, but what's different is because my granddad is diabetic, I have got sweetener. This is actually my mum's, I just bought her some new one. So I'm actually going to use sweetener instead of sugar so that he can actually eat the cake tomorrow. So I've just spent ages online trying to find a conversion for sweetener and sugar because I don't know how much. I think I found one that says they used 100 grams of sugar and 35 grams of sweetener, but she said she was going to reduce it and do 50-50. So I'm going to try to do 50-50 because I feel like the more sweetener in it, the more he's going to be able to like have some to eat. And I will put the recipe in the down bar and everything will be down there in the conversions, and I will hopefully it'll be a nice cake so I can actually put this up. Otherwise it's going to be a failed diabetic cake. So here we have our sweetener. It's just like a regular Tesco's own sweetener, but 50 grams is 1.74 ounces. So what I've done is, let me swap these over first. I have done 1 so it's on the ground, and then with the 2 I've got it so it's just started to, so it's just started to bounce. So if I do this, look, there is some give in the 2. So I think that'll be enough sweetener, and actually because that's going to be really sweet, I think I'm just going to do a bit less of sugar as well. So a really good idea here, which I've done for years, but apparently not everyone knows about this, is to measure out your baking parchment for your tray beforehand and use that when you're going to measure out your butter. Not only does it keep this clean from getting butter in it, but when you pour this out, there's going to still be a bit of butter residue on this parchment, which you can then spread out and use as your butter to keep it stuck to the tin. So let's go through the ingredients. So here we have got our 8 ounces of self-raising flour. We've got our 50 grams of sucralose and our 50 grams of sugar. Look at the difference in this. This really is nothing. So that's how sweet it is. That's how much we'll get away with. And our 8 ounces of butter. And then back here, this may look a bit crazy, but I was taught to do this in my food technology class, and it works so well to stop curdling. These are 4 eggs. And what we're going to do is, you'll see it, we're going to add 1 egg at a time with a teaspoon or a spoonful of flour to stop it curdling. It's a really great way, but I'll show you that in a minute when we get started. So we're just going to go and whip all this stuff together as you would an absolutely normal Victoria sponge cake. We've just whipped together the sugar, sweetener and the butter, so it's nice and creamy and light. I just had a taste of it and it is extremely sweet, but I'm hoping when it bakes it'll like some of that will come out of it and we've got the flour and stuff. So I'm going to show you a quick clip now of what I meant by adding the eggs and the flour in at once. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a spoonful of the flour, drop it in the middle, and then we're just going to drop the egg in the middle as well. And this kind of just helps it to not curdle because the flour acts as an agent to stop it from messing with the butter and stuff. Final step is just to fold in the flour and then pop it in the tray, pop it in the oven. So here we are in the cake tin. I'm about to pop it into the oven, and I just did the ultimate taste test of tasting the bowl, and it tastes pretty much like a normal cake to me. So fingers crossed. Look how dirty my hands are from getting it into this tin, but fingers crossed it's going to rise. So I'm going to pop it into the oven for about 20 minutes and then check on it. I don't know if I forgot to mention, but I obviously had my oven for preheating the entire way through. It was preheating at 180, so it's now in there, and that's on a fan oven. So, but I always just put it on at 180, and then, you know, you just check. The easiest way to check is just to put a cloth over the door when you open it very slightly, so the air doesn't rush in and sink the cake, and that way, after a few seconds after you think that the cake's gonna survive, you can take your cocktail stick and see if it's cooked and stuff. So yeah, now I just wait for it to come out. So I've just brought the cake out. This is what it looks like. It's quite golden brown and nice. I would say the big difference here is that it does not rise as much as a normal cake, and I'm not sure if that's because of the sugar, because it had enough flour in and stuff, but it's fine. I mean, I guess if you wanted to do a Victoria sponge and you wanted bigger, you would just have to do another one of these. I'm going to leave it to cool now. A little bit came off the edge. It cracked quite easily as well, but a little bit came off the edge, so I just tasted it and it tastes very nice, so that's good news. So yay. So I'm going to leave that to cool and then I'm going to cut it. But I think that's all I'm going to record for tonight because I need to tidy up this mess because I'm awful at doing it as I go along. So I will see you guys tomorrow when I'm decorating the cake, and Merry Christmas!